Here's a common myth. You can only create awesome and stylish videos using complicated software that takes forever to learn, right? Well, I'm here to bust that myth wide open. I'm gonna show you how to edit videos quickly, easily, and with style, without spending months mastering some high-end editing program. Yes, you don't need to be a tech wizard to make eye-catching videos. If you're just starting out as a content creator and editing your own videos, you've probably faced the same issues over and over again. You don't even know which software to pick, there are way too many conflicting reviews, and second, even when you pick one, it might turn out to be either overly complicated, packed with features you don't need, and too confusing to learn, or the opposite, missing the specific tools you actually want. This leaves you juggling multiple programs just to get the job done. In the end, editing becomes way more complicated than it should be. Instead of focusing on the creative side and making your content better, you're constantly switching between tools, searching for plugins, and trying to figure out new interfaces. And trust me, I know how discouraging that can feel. But today, I'm going to show you some easy-to-use tools and efficient editing techniques that will make the process faster and, dare I say, fun. How you organize your clips. Before importing your files into Movavi Video Editor, take a minute to organize all your raw materials, videos, images, audio, into separate folders on your computer. Trust me, having a clean setup from the start will save you tons of time later and prevent any confusion during editing. Now, when you import your files into the editor, you can actually bring in whole folders of media. This way, everything is already sorted by category, making it super easy to find what you need. All the files you've uploaded will show up in the library, and from there, you can just drag and drop the elements you want straight onto your timeline. Once they are there, feel free to rearrange them however you need to bring your vision to life. Well, simple, right? All right, now let's get into something super important, cutting your clips. One way to do this is the classic method. You play the video, pause it at the right spot, and click on the scissors icon to chop out the extra bits. It works, but it's pretty old school and can take forever. So let's speed things up by using the blade tool instead. The blade tool is right there on your toolbar, sitting above your timeline. And here's why it's awesome. You don't even need to select the clip first. Just activate the blade, hover over where you want to cut. You'll see a dashed line marking the spot. And with one click, boom, you've made your cut. Do it again and again, and suddenly you've chopped up a whole video into smaller, easy to manage clips in seconds. It's seriously a game changer when you want to quickly trim out the fluff. Smart background removal. This is a game changer for video creators because it cuts out the background automatically. No need for a green screen or manually masking everything out for hours. Here's how easy it is. Select your clip, go to the More Tools tab, head over to the video section and pick the background removal tool. Click remove background and let AI do its magic. After a few seconds, boom, the background is gone. Now you can pick a new background, static or dynamic, whatever works best for your project. Just drag it onto your timeline and place your original clip on a separate video track. There are a couple of pro tips here too. First, try both the fast and precise removal options to see which one gives you the best result. And second, remember, the higher the resolution of your original clip, the cleaner the background removal will be. In any case, this tool is a huge time saver and makes your workflow way more efficient. When it comes to editing effects and transitions, here's a major tip. Don't waste time doing it from scratch. One key element that can really enhance how your video is perceived and give it a more professional touch is using subtitles and captions. Adding themed or explanatory text can help highlight key points, mark transitions between segments, and emphasize quotes or provide explanations. Use these if you want to strengthen the focus or make certain information stand out. To do this, click the Captions button on the left side of the editing program to browse through different styles. Click the preview icon to choose the one that fits your video best. And by the way, if you like a particular style, just click the heart icon on its thumbnail to add it to your favorites list. Little details like this can really speed up future projects. Now drag the caption to the timeline right above your video track. When you move or edit the video clip, the caption title attached to it will always stay in sync. The key rule for adding captions, keep them concise, easy to read, and relevant. They shouldn't distract the viewer, but should enhance the overall understanding of the content. If there is any speech in your video, subtitles are a must. Nowadays, subtitles aren't just a nice to have, they are essential, especially for short form vertical videos. So let's keep up with modern standards and add subs to your videos. In Movavi Video Editor, this can be done super quickly with the new auto subtitles tool, which just dropped in the latest video editor update. All you need to do is hit the button and the AI will recognize the speech, generate the subtitles, and place them right on the timeline. No more manually creating every single subtitle slide and replaying the audio over and over. All that's left for you is to pick the subtitle color, style, and position on the screen. The software will handle the rest automatically. Let's talk about switching things up with color correction. Such an underrated yet powerful tool in video editing. It's one of those things that can totally change how your video feels and fix any lighting or color issues that you might have had during filming. If you're aiming for a specific vibe or you just want your video to look more cohesive, you've got to get friendly with LUTs, or lookup tables, are basically pre-made color profiles that can instantly transform the look of your footage. In Movavi, for example, you've got cool effects like vintage, cinematic, or dramatic. With just a couple clicks, your footage gets that perfect mood, whether it's retro, sleek, or intense. It's super handy when you're working in a series of videos like for social media or ads, where keeping that visual consistency is key. Back in the day, animating everything by hand was the norm. Now you can just hand that work over to AI. It automatically adjusts the frames, keeping track of the moving object in your video. Here's how it works. You grab any sticker, shape, or a title, set how long it should last in the timeline, place it on the right frame, and activate the motion tracking tool. Next, you just draw a box around the object in the frame that you want your element to follow. Then choose the tracking mode. You've got quick, precise, but we're going with the artificial intelligence. Hit the track button, and boom, the element sticks to the moving object and follows it smoothly. All right, we have reached the final stage of making our video pop, add in those extra effects. In Movavi Video Editor, you've got a dedicated audio track to bring in music and sound effects. If you've got your own soundtrack in mind, just click Add Files under the Import tab, find your audio file, and drag it straight to the audio track on the timeline. Or you can explore their built-in library of tracks and sound effects. There is plenty to choose from. You can also add video effects like filters and stickers. Plus, finding the right effect for your project just got way easier. A common issue with the effect libraries is that you stumble upon an awesome filter, but later can't remember where it was. With so many options, it's easy to get lost. Thankfully, this new editor has good things neatly organized. You've got a favorites section for saving your go-tos, and when you add something from the collection to the timeline, it shows up in the recent section. And get this, you can now scroll through collections without having to click on each category to see what's inside. So instead of diving deep into categories, then backtracking to try again, you can just skim through everything and find exactly what you need. And here's how you can speed up your editing workflow. Use skimming. The skimming feature lets you quickly scan through your timeline without hitting play. Just hover your mouse over any clip and boom, you can instantly see or hear what's going on. This way you can quickly find the moments you need by simply moving your cursor across the timeline. The image or audio pops up in the viewer as you skim through. If you're digging through imported files, Preview works for that too. Hover over a video card and you'll see the beginning of the file at the start of the card and the end of the final point. You can even preview effects and transitions. Just hover over an effect like a LUT, for example, and you will see exactly how it would look on the timeline. As you skim through, you can see the effect applied frame by frame without committing to it first. This also works for titles and transitions, so you can save a ton of time by trying out effects in seconds instead of dragging them in and undoing. Bottom line, this trick cuts out unnecessary clicks, helps you try on a bunch of effects fast, and keeps your timeline organized without a mess. I know from personal experience, these tips and tools have made staying productive and avoiding burnout during editing easier than ever. With advanced editing skills, your videos will get more likes and views, all without putting in too much extra effort. And now it's your turn. Jump into editing with Movavi, try out these tips yourself. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.